I grew up not really going to church a whole lot, just kind of on Easter, Christmas, kind of the typical Sundays. Was very busy with other things, and my family kind of prioritized sports and instead of being in church. And so I didn't really have a relationship with Jesus growing up. That led me down some interesting roads, not really having that moral compass. And flash forward to when I was eighth grade, I started drinking and partying all through high school and early college. And then my girlfriend, at the time, my wife now, got unexpectedly pregnant. And that led me, into the workforce, and I started working three different jobs to try to prepare for the upcoming baby. And two or three beers turned into five or six, turned into close to 10 on the regular. And then I ventured into my secretive use of opiates, and that was right around 2011. I was searching for something inside that I just didn't even really know. I ended up going to a faith-based treatment center down in Florida, primarily because my wife gave me the ultimatum of getting help or our marriage was going to be over. So here I am sitting down in Florida, and I'm just sitting there one day and I'm like, man, I have a bad headache. I don't want to go to this next thing on my calendar. So I sit there and I was like, somebody giving me the More Than a Carpenter book. So I'm reading this book. I'm like, you know what, God, if you are almighty and you all are powerful, then you can certainly help me with this headache. I kind of like made a challenge with God in my head. At least that's what I thought I was doing. So I got up, I started walking to the next thing on my calendar, which happened to be the weekly church service. I was overcome with emotion. I couldn't really describe what was going on. I would just, had this kind of mini conversation with God in my head 5 minutes before this. And so I get to the point where I'm in tears on my knees up in front of the chapel, and I'm giving my life to Christ. And I had hit my bottom, and am so thankful that I got to that place. It was just brokenness and emptiness that I was experiencing. And now looking back, I can see God was there all along, and he's there waiting for me to come to him, with my brokenness and with my struggle and all these life challenges. And so it wasn't until I was, on my knees down in Florida in drug and alcohol treatment to where my eyes were open to a relationship with him. And, life certainly still has its challenges, but I know that there is hope in his name, and I know that he will never leave me nor forsake me, and for that I'm super thankful.